I, Fim the Necromancer, once lived in a small village of lizard folk, on the mountain of Null in a far-off land that no one has ever heard of. Me and my brother were the village bards. I played my lute, Ness, and my brother sang his songs of the hills and tunes of the sky. We made wonderful music and made the people of the village dance. Life was good, until one day the dreaded pirate Bloodtooth the cannibal lizard stormed into the tavern where my brother and I performed. Bloodtooth had believed that what he ate will give him the strength of the thing he had eaten, so as soon as he heard my brother's voice sing, he ate his throat. The rest of the tavern had not lifted a hand to stop Bloodtooth. I held my brother and cried onto his limp body, his blood from his neck staining his shirt, the pupils of his golden eyes dilated. I couldn't think or move as the beast Bloodtooth had his way with the rest of the village. I buried my brother behind the tavern we had performed in ever since we could hold a drum. Years pass, my grief and rage poison my soul, and I find a beast laying on my brother's grave. Its black fur and goat-like features were a telltale sign of what this creature was. It wore gold chains with rare jewels placed in them. Its eyes weren't fixed on its body. They moved about on its head, like they were worms in the dirt. I will never forget what the beast told me once I realized what it was there to do. Vestals poison the earth with my seed. With thy hands make my world whole. You are my Vestal. I give you the strength to bring their bodies up upon the earth once again. I will not give you the power to bring life, but the power to tame death. And with a cloud of smoke the beast was gone, and in its place was Ness, that had not been played since the day of my brother's death. A strange magic seemed to flow through its old oak body. Once I took Ness into my arms and felt the timber and strings again. I could feel that strange magic crawl into my scales like ants. I blacked out, only waking once I had felt a familiar breath on my face. My brother knelt down beside me with his hand on my shoulder. His face and body had shriveled up, done to the bone. His eye had gone, and his throat was still missing, but he was there by my side once again. I then heard a high-pitched shriek come from the side yard of the tavern. Someone had seen my brother and had gotten scared of him. The next thing I knew was the village people had chased my brother into the hills, while they strung me up by the hands, feet, and tail. They branded my chest and back with the mark of the necromancer. They also whipped and beat me. They then brought me the head of my brother, throwing it in front of my broken body. I could do nothing but scream and watch as they stomped and crushed his head, turning it into dust. They then dragged me out of town and threw me into the wild along with Ness. I was left with no home and with almost no will to live, except for finding the monster that killed my brother, Bloodtooth, and ending his life with my newly found powers. I will wander the earth until I find and kill him.